Hello! Wow! Before we start, just a little warning. I do talk quite quickly. So if at any point you reckon I'm talking too quick, all you've got to do, think a little bit faster. And I am properly humbled to be here. There's amazing acts from all over the world. I can't compete with that. It's just me. I know. And some people don't even think I should be on this stage, it turns out. I know, I came on after the yodeling hamster juggler and it was me who got the heckle. I think it's because I don't look showbiz. I look like a bloke who's come to have a chat with your dad about joists. I've always looked a little bit old, and I've started doing old man stuff. I recently bought a pair of jeans at a supermarket. And within an hour, I was strutting around in them going, look at these, they only cost £4.80, guess where I got them? Within an hour and a half, I was calling them my going out jeans. Trust me, if you're out at the weekend and your jeans cost less than your first drink, shouldn't be out.
That was probably too much build-up, but thank you for stopping clapping really quickly. A lot of audiences clap for about a second after people reach the microphone, but I like it when everybody stops clapping when I get to there and then just stares at me as though I walked out here with a cat and a nail gun, and you have done that exactly correctly, so thank you. I do talk very, very quickly, madam, but if I am talking too quickly at any point, if you just think a tiny bit faster. Then you'll be absolutely fine. I'm not going to ask anybody what their name is and where they're from and what they do for a living and why and what the best thing about it is, and if they're in a relationship, who they're in a relationship with and why and what the best thing about it is and how long they've managed to drag it out and how much longer they reckon they can drag it out until their secrets are discovered and the whole thing crashes in a sort of huge pile of recrimination and a few happy memories, but mostly recrimination. And I'm not going to ask people if they have children and you know, why they've bothered having children, given that overpopulation is destroying the planet, and if the children they have, which is their favourite, and why is the other so hideous. I'm not going to ask those questions, partly because I think it's wrong to expect you to come out to be entertained and then provide the entertainment yourself. I feel that that's wrong, but more importantly, and I can't stress this enough, I have absolutely no interest whatsoever in any of your lives. I'd as happily say these words to an empty room, but unfortunately we need you here to make it viable, so welcome.
I mean, obviously I need to know a little bit about you as an audience, so give me a cheer if you're from here. Yay! Give me a cheer if you're from not here. Yay! See, comedy gold. If you go to live comedy a lot, you will discover that comics are desperate to find out that some of the people in the gig are from the place where the gig is and that other people are from different places, and that those different places might be, by implication, better or worse, largely depending on your own personal perspective and prejudice. I'm also from not here, but I'm probably from a different not here to the not here that those who are from not here are from. But I'm pretty much guarantee I'm from a different not here to the not here that those who are from not here are from, because I come from a little village in Gloucestershire where there's my house and 7 other houses and nothing else, and none of you are the people that live in those houses.
I really wanted to be a political comic that dealt with the issues of the day, and then it's like over the 15 years I've been doing it, it's dawned on me that I can't do that sincerely because I don't really care about the issues, and I've been trying to work out why I don't really care about the issues, and I think I've boiled it down to the fact that I have 2 ride-on mowers. Really difficult to concern yourself with what's going on. Like sometimes I'll be watching the news and you know, I'll look at the situation in Syria and the refugee crisis and the fact that we can't really get involved. Like we're just going to have to let it play out, because whichever side we were to get involved in, we'd effectively be employing, you know, supporting baddies and creating more enemies for ourselves worldwide, whichever side of the conflict we came down. And then I remember that one of the mowers has got lights on it. It's an Atco Fieldmaster. I bought it from a cricket club that was going bust. I did a fundraiser to help keep them afloat, but obviously I wasn't good enough, so They went bust, and now I've got like a 42-inch rotary mount. It's like full cylinder, like full set of headlights on it. So when I get back tonight, it'll be close to midnight, but assuming it stays windy so there's no dew, I could mow them. And a lot of the conflict in the world would be resolved by just simply giving out more ride-on mowers. Like I did 7 tours of Afghanistan gigging for the troops there, and they have had conflict there for 1,000 years, and I will guarantee you there's not a single ride-on mower in the whole country. I was down in Devon. I went to a pub in Devon. I ordered fish and chips in a lovely pub in Devon overlooking the sea. But I hadn't looked at the menu carefully, because what I'd ordered was artisan fish and chips. I know. Are you familiar with the artisan, sir? What artisan means, it's an old English word that means 22 quid for fish and chips. What they've done is they've presented the chips, that's what they said, presented, in a tiny miniature shopping trolley. To celebrate the fine British tradition of throwing shopping trolleys into rivers, lakes and canals. Now, my plan was to steal that so I could pretend to be a giant in Aldi. But they chained it to the plank, and I didn't have a miniature pound. Simon, you're tight and I'm a terrible person. It's just words. With all things, if you explain it the right way, you can get away with it. If I told you I'd recently given a large cash donation to a charity that gives financial aid to young mums, you think that was good, yes? Yeah, but if I said I'd been to a lap dancing club... I haven't even got any hobbies. The nearest I've got to a hobby is this. I quite like highlighter pens. I got 11, which is 2 of each plus a spare orange, obviously. I mean, that's quite impressive, but what I like to do with them is I take them into public buildings like schools and colleges and leisure centres, and I find a notice board with a list of names, and then I just highlight one of the names. And then I go. Try it.
It's a good idea, I'd love to.
When you highlight a name on a notice board, you've just changed a life. I wasn't even planning on doing this. But I looked on a notice board. Thank you very much. I'm Nick Page, good night.
You look Nick, very funny.